Well, my broodmare's named Dunna Little Rough. Her mother is a Bueno Poco Dunnet, and I bought her for a client when she was 2. And I showed her 3 and 4 and 5-year-old year, and I sold her to another client. And then I wanted to start raising some of my own. And I didn't really have any good broodmares, so I asked my customer if she would let me flush an embryo. And she really wasn't interested in the breeding, so she told me to go ahead, and that I bred her to Little Rough Peppy and the mare foaled. It was a recip mare because I was still showing the dam. And she foaled out in the pasture, and it was during the drought, and there was a lot of mountain lions and bobcats were going out of their normal terrain, and the bobcat got the baby in the pasture overnight, and it was pretty severely injured by the time I got there in the morning. But I took her to Dr. McCarroll, and they tried to save her. She lived about 2 weeks, but then she passed on. And typically, when your baby stands and nurses, the stallion owner is no longer obligated to offer you a rebreed. But I asked anyway, and I asked Tom McCutcheon. At the time, Wallace Weiniger was working with Tom, and they were at Green Valley Ranch. And Tom said he'd ask Wallace, and Wallace said yes. So he gave me the rebreed, and that is my mare, Dunna Little Rough. So I thought from the beginning she was pretty special. We started raising babies out of her every year, and her first full crop produced Rough Lil Magnum, and I can't remember the name of the other one. Abby Mixon has him. She's keeping him as a gelding for her daughter when she grows up. But then the next year we had another Gunner Special Night that I showed in the Futurity and Derby, and then now we have the one I showed today is a Maximum Mag, and then the other one I showed this morning was Rough Lil Joe, and they're both out of my mare. We try to raise some, my husband and I try to raise some out of her every year. That's Maximum Mag. He's 4. He's had very little showing. We had a delay last year and we couldn't ride him much in the fall. So this is his first real test of going to town, and I'm pretty proud of him for doing as well as he did against. It's really tough with a 4-year-old up against 5- and 6-year-olds. The horses are so great. It's really tough. But he's been easy and fun to train. He's just the exact right mix of chill and spark. So it's been really fun. You know, I liked my first go-around better, but I'm so proud of how hard he tried in the finals, and I love the way he ran to his first stop. No, actually, I think it helped because during the COVID quarantine, I judge a fair amount, and I go help teach the schools and go to horse shows, so I had nothing else to do but stay home and ride. So I think I got a lot more riding in than I normally would have, so I really think it helped me. You know, Tulsa, for sure. We have some 3-year-olds, not much out of my mare. This year, that was the year she lost a baby, so we don't have one. But we have a couple others in the barn that we hope we can go to Tulsa. And I'll be going to I was supposed to go to the Run for a Million, but we're not going now, but I will go to the High Roller in Tulsa. My husband, Monty Anderman, he sells saddles here. So it's a family project. But, Brian Bell and Ruben Van Dorp and my husband, we all ride together every day, and those guys critiquing me all day, every day I couldn't do it without them, and they're a great avenue for me to sell good horses. They have been very generous with us in that respect.
Markel has had the privilege of being affiliated with the National Reining Horse Association for over 20 plus years. And fortunately or unfortunately, I've been representing Markel for almost all those years as well. We are a very integral part of the horse industry. We intend to remain an integral part of the horse industry. When you look at organizations like the NRHA and NRCHA and other organizations that we have had the good fortune of representing, it's about what we can do for the people through the products that we have to offer, that being not only livestock mortality, but commercial equine insurance, farm and ranch coverage, and also commercial liability and professional trainers liability. Are they applicable to all? No, but there are so very many people in the industry that can use what we have to offer, and I'm very fortunate to have a team of specialists that work with me for Markel, our Western discipline team, and they offer products for people, Western horse people in particular, throughout the country. We have some other opportunities that are becoming available now with the hopeful addition of a new organization and some new entities, along with some other products that Markel offers as a corporation. Their winery coverage, their camp and path coverage that we've been involved with for years. And I look forward to the next 20 years representing Markel.